Hey guys, and welcome back. And if you're new here, thanks for joining us today. Well, when I say us, I mean me. I'm doing something a little bit different. You guys know that our channel is basically RV based, or RV living based, where we do campground tours, neighborhood drives, days in the life, and even adventure days where we're out exploring the city we're in. Well, if you've looked at past vlogs and you've been following us for a while, I'm sure you've noticed I lose weight, I gain weight, I lose weight, I gain weight. And I was on keto for a little bit over 2 years and I was doing great. But I fell off the wagon, and then I fell off the wagon hard. And the weight gain has crept up and up and up. And I've started to feel really upset at myself. So I decided to get back on the keto wagon and be very strict with myself in terms of tracking everything that I eat and make sure I don't go over my allowances. And I documented everything I ate and drank for the entire day for an entire week. And I did that mainly for me with the potential of it becoming a vlog. And when the week was up and I was really happy, I decided not to make a vlog. It was mainly for me anyways, but I posted it on social, at least my personal page, and I got a lot of encouragement telling me to post it. So here we are. So I'm going to share what I eat in a week, to include my weigh-ins every morning. Stay tuned to the end so that we can see how much I lost in my first week doing keto. Okay, let's start day one, Saturday, November 12th, and our weigh-in for day one starts at 182.8. Here's what I am starting my morning with. So breakfast ingredients, measurements, and macros. Not breaking my fast yet. And of course, I'm going to start off my day, as well as every day going forward, with a tall glass of water, so 22 ounces. I'm gonna have a cup of black coffee, no cream, no sugar, and down another cup of water. So I'm 44 ounces in. And my second cup of coffee, I am gonna add some heavy whipping cream and some sweetener. Lunchtime, favorite time of the day. I get to break my fast. So once again, here are the ingredients, macros, and measurements of what it is that I'm going to break my fast with. After 17 hours, I am going to make myself a little egg salad. Just 3 ingredients: mayonnaise, cream cheese, and boiled eggs. I do have these little street tacos, so I'm basically going to stuff them with the egg salad. And now I'm having an egg salad taco. It was actually really good. And let's wash that down with water. I did stay hungry. I guess it's day one. So here are the ingredients, macros, and measurements. And I'm going to have a mushroom bisque from Keto on Fire. I always want to make sure that I measure everything out accordingly, because first week back on keto, I want to make sure that I am tracking everything correctly so that I can know what affects me and what doesn't. So there is my cup of soup. It wasn't as creamy as I'd hoped, but it still tasted really good. Dinner time. So here are those ingredients, measurements, and macros, in case you want to replicate this and modify it. I did fry up a little steak, actually 2, saving 1 for tomorrow, and I'll be having it with a salad. So steak salad it is. Doesn't that look beautiful? And just to enhance this experience, I added avocado and balsamic dressing. This was so delicious. Bon appetit. Now, before bed snack, I always crave something sweet before bed. So I'm gonna have one of these little caramel clusters from Quest. They're actually really good, and it's the perfect little size. And here are my macros for the day. So I was under absolutely everything, and my numbers were pretty close to what I want them to be. Moving on to day 2, November 13th. And the scale dropped significantly, 2.6. I'm sure it was mainly water weight, day 1. But here we go with breakfast. Ingredients, measurements, and macros. Again, I'm not breaking my fast yet for breakfast. I will be making myself some pumpkin spice coffee. And yep, you got it. I'm having it black. Gotta start off our water. I shoot for 66 ounces a day. There are days I make it up to 88, and there are days that I make it to 44. But 66 is my goal. And there is my coffee and cup 2. And it is time to break my fast. I went ahead and made myself another egg salad. So the same eggs I boiled yesterday, I have saved some for today as well. I try to cook in 2s, so like that I don't have to cook again. So these eggs, I'm going to spruce up a little bit more. I'm going to add some green onions. I'm going to add some bacon. And instead of having them in the tortillas, I'm going to have them with pork rinds. Doesn't that look yummy? It really is good. The creaminess from the egg salad and then the crunch from the pork rind. It is a great combination. And it's dinner time. So remember I said that I made 2 steaks. So today there's going to be another one that I cooked yesterday. It's just a matter of making the sides. So here are all of my ingredients for today, as well as the macros and measurements. Busting out that keto bread because I am gonna make a steak sandwich. So instead of the steak salad, basically the same, it's just gonna be in bread this time instead of on the plate. All right, looking good. All that steak did not fit in the bread, so I put some slices off to the side to munch on, and I will wash all that down with this caffeine-free Diet Coke. And there's my sandwich. It was super filling and super satisfying. I did have a late night snack. I did forget to record it, but basically I had a ratio keto yogurt, and there are my macros for the day. So again, I was below on everything, and my numbers were fairly close to where I want them to be again. Here's day 3, November 14th. And I lost. A tiny loss, but I will take it. Let's start having some breakfast. Again, not really breaking my fast, just having a black coffee. And keeping with the November theme, it is pumpkin spice. Now it's time to break my fast. So here are the ingredients, measurements, and macros. And basically what I'm making is going to be a bulletproof coffee. My bulletproof includes coffee, sweetener, coconut oil, butter, and heavy whipping cream. Sometimes I exclude one of those 3 or I add more, such as an egg yolk. I enjoy that a lot. It makes it extra creamy. So here we go. Got all my ingredients together. Let's whip that up and time to drink it down. I did get hungry not too long later, and not too long after, I should say. So I made myself a little snack, quick, simple, and to the point. I did already have some boiled eggs left over from when I made the egg salad, so I just sliced those in half, put a little dollop of mayonnaise on it, and it was good to go. Perfect little snack to hold me off until dinner. And let's wash that down with water. So it's dinner time, and we are moving on to a chicken day. So I'll be cooking chicken for today and for tomorrow. Here are all the ingredients for today's dinner, the measurements and the macros, and let's see what we're making. So I will be making some chicken fajitas. Now, all of these veggies that are sliced, as well as all the chicken that I've already seasoned and pre-chopped up, it's not for today. It's going to be split in half. Half of this is going to be for today. Half is going to be for tomorrow. But I might as well get it cooked up and separated. And I did bust out some sides, like some sour cream and cheese and tortillas, to enjoy this fajita. Oh, and of course that avocado. Yum. Now, doesn't that look awesome? That was an everything bite. Here are my macros for the full day. Again, I was under on all of my macros, and my numbers looked pretty good. Here is day 4, November 15th. And I lost another pound. Now that was something worth a happy dance. I did chug some water first before I started having my black coffee. I kind of wanted to extend the fast a little bit more. And then for lunch, it was time to break my fast. So I did decide to make myself a parfait. Here are all the ingredients, measurements, and macros for this individual meal. And my parfait basically included some peanut butter, some yogurt, a little bit of syrup, and blueberries. Now, blueberries is something you want to limit because it is pretty high up there in the carbs. So just a few of them will go a long way. And there we go, parfait is served. It's dinner time. Busted out those chicken and peppers and onions that I made yesterday, and going to whip something different up today. So here are all of my ingredients, measurements, and macros. And what I will be making is basically a creamy Mediterranean chicken with some cauliflower rice. Now, I did make the whole pack, although I'm not eating the whole pack. I am going to divide it, as you see the Tupperware on the side, and that will be for another day. So there's for another day, and there is my cup for today. I'm gonna fatten up that rice with some butter and cook it down. Now let's work on this creamy chicken. Basically equal parts chicken broth and heavy whipping cream, and cook down that spinach until it's nice and wilted. Throw in some Parmesan and mix it all in really well. And as it starts to wilt and cook down, you want to throw in your chicken and veggies. This recipe calls for sun-dried tomatoes, but I thought it would be fine with, my ingredients from yesterday. So there it is, nice and creamy. And this is actually one of my favorite meals. It is so flavorful. I can have this at least once a week, maybe even twice a week. There are my macros for my full day. As you see, I cut it really close with my net carbs, just under. But otherwise, I did pretty good. We're now at day 5, November 16th, and I gained. I figured, but really I gained. I've noticed that anytime I weigh myself earlier than what I usually weigh myself, I'm always up a little bit, and I did weigh myself much earlier than usual because it is a travel day. So I'm getting the coffee going, black coffee to go, and the water to go. So there are my 12 ounces of black coffee and water. Did break my fast while driving, and I broke it with a Quest bar. This one's of cookies and cream, and it is so yummy. Now, once we got to the campground and set up, I made myself a little snack. Also, a little bit higher on the carbs than I like, but I have these smoked oysters in the pantry and I wanted to use them. And it's a quick, easy, and super decadent snack. So there's my oysters with pork rinds. Sometimes I drizzle EVOO over that can after I drain it. And now it's dinner time. Here are all of my ingredients for tonight's dinner, the measurements, and the macros. Tonight, we're going to be making a teriyaki beef and broccoli. So I'm going to go ahead and season the beef. You'll see I put some to the side in that Ziploc. That one would be for tomorrow. And then the broccoli. So first things first is I want to pan fry that broccoli. I want it to get nice and charred. And then we're going to cook that beef down until it's cooked fully through. I might as well start working on my other ingredients, such as my avocado, and there is that teriyaki dressing from Primal Kitchen that I just added into the beef and broccoli and stir it around. Top it with some sesame seeds. There's the avocado I sliced earlier. And I am good to go. I wanted to keep the carb count low with this meal since I had those oysters earlier. And I did start having a sweet tooth before bed, but it was after my eating window closed. So I made myself a little tea with some stevia to sweeten it up, and that did the trick. It satisfied my sweet tooth and I was able to go to sleep with a happy belly. Here are my macros for the day. Again, I cut it kind of close there with the net carbs, but otherwise I did pretty good. It is day 6, November 17th, and I lost 1.6 pounds. Another happy dance. So here is breakfast. Once again, ingredients, measurements, and macros, but doesn't really count because it's black coffee and water. The way I start my morning every morning. So let's get this coffee going. I'm still having the pumpkin spice. In our Eat Sleep RV Repeat mug, which can be found in our Teespring store, might I add. So it's time to break the fast. I am sharing the ingredients, the macros, and the measurements for what it is I am going to eat for breakfast. Well, for lunch, because the black coffee was breakfast. And after 18.5 hours of fasting, I'm basically going to make myself a ham, egg, and cheese quesadilla with spinach. Really easy recipe and really delicious, super satisfying and filling as well. So got my eggs in, got my spinach in, gonna add some ham. It is some uncured Black Forest ham, and I'm going to add some cheese, and I think this day was provolone cheese. I'm going to top that off with a low-carb tortilla, press it down. I'm going to flip it, which is done off camera because I needed both hands. So now the tortilla is on the bottom. Sprinkle it with some salt, fold that baby over, and it's going to be ready to serve. Tell me that wasn't quick and easy, and I promise you it's really yummy. So there are my breakfast quesadillas. And this is what it looks like up close. wash that down with some water. And it's dinner time. You see there the cauliflower at the very top of the list. That's cauliflower I made the day before. So let's put that cauliflower to use with all of these other ingredients. There's the measurements and the macros. This one was super delicious. Basically what I made was a sesame ginger beef. So I had it pre-marinated in the fridge with all of these seasonings, and it basically came down to this sauce, which includes soy sauce, ginger, garlic, and sweetener. And then there is the cauliflower rice on the side. So let's get the sauce going. Another really quick marinade or sauce that you can make, and you can have it cooked or not cooked. I will say that after having it, I wish I would have gone with less of the sweetener. I used 1 full tablespoon. I think I could have gone with half a tablespoon. It was sweeter than I would have liked, but otherwise it was super delicious. So time to cook down these beef chunks. Let me go ahead and start filling up my water. And now I'm going to cook the sauce because I want it to get sticky. As you see here, it's not watery, it's sticky. So just stir it around until it evaporates a little bit, and then throw your beef or whatever meat you like in there and stir it around so that it can soak up those flavors. I'm going to microwave my rice with that butter and serve these sticky beef alongside that rice with some sesame toppings and avocado on the side. Now I'm craving this. And here is my sweet tooth kicking in at nighttime before my window closed. So 9:35, I stopped eating at 10, and I'm having another one of these little caramel clusters from Quest. So good. Here are my macros for the day. I was under on everything, but my fat was a little low and my net carbs was a little high in terms of percentage. So here is day 7. Last day, I did gain a little under a pound, 0.6. Probably due to those percentages, not sure. But let's kick it off with some water and some black coffee like we do every morning. My favorite time of the day, time to break my fast. And here are my ingredients, measurements, and macros for what I plan on making for breakfast. So we're basically having pancakes with syrup after 16.5 hours of fasting. And I'm going to have another coffee, but I'm going to fatten it up with cream and sugar as well. So let's go ahead and get that butter starting to melt for the pancakes while I work on my coffee. Okie dokie. So the serving size, I went per the package instructions for a serving size, which gave me 2 pancakes. And now I'm just going to drizzle it with some of this maple syrup, also from Birch Benders. And there we go. Beautiful. It is dinner time. And there's all my veggies and all my ingredients for what it is that I am going to make today. This is actually one of my favorite meals. I make it pretty often. I actually had it last night as well because it's so easy and so quick to make. So there is a chicken thigh. I'm going to season it and cut it into strips. I'm going to wrap it with some bacon. And then I'm going to air fry it. You can also pan fry. You can also bake. I just use the air fryer. And I typically do 15 minutes on each side. And that normally is sufficient time. It really depends on how thick that chicken is. If it isn't cooked all the way to your liking, another 10 or 15 minutes should do the trick. So anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. So halfway through, I flip them. As you'll see here, that one kind of got discombobulated. There were 2 tiny little pieces that I tried to stick in there. But that's okay. It's going to taste the same. And here we go, the masterpiece. Oh, these are so good. And I will be having my bacon wrapped chicken with a salad. These are the healthiest carbs that you can have. It's even better than the cauliflower rice because that is, low but higher carb. So here we go. I measure everything out because while they're veggies, they still have carbs, so I don't want to overdo it. Sprinkle my delicious, healthy, fatty avocado with some salt. And now I'm going to drizzle 1 tablespoon of this balsamic vinaigrette. As I've been having it the last couple of days, I noticed 2 was too much. So there we go. I'm served. And there is dinner. Super delicious. I hope you enjoyed the last meal of this vlog. Let's check out the macros and see how I ended today. Again, under on all of my numbers. I'm really happy with those net carbs. 5.8%. I would have preferred it to be under 5, but hey, final weigh-in, day 8, and I lost 2 pounds. I was really shocked when I saw that. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoyed seeing all my meals, how I cooked it, what I made, what the macros were. I can assure you everything was super delicious. So, final countdown, in case you weren't counting, because obviously you're just seeing day after day after day, I lost 6.2 pounds in those 7 days. And I'm pretty happy with it for a week 1. If you enjoyed today's vlog, please give me a big thumbs up. If you enjoyed seeing this style of vlog, maybe not doing a whole week because it was insane editing this, but maybe seeing what I eat in a day, even though that's part of days in life. But anyways, if you want to see more cooking videos and tracking of what I eat, please let me know. I'll be happy to share the journey with you guys, and hopefully I encourage you to jump on board and join me. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe, not just to see what I'm eating, but to follow along on our travels. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.